They used to have these movies where these characters would do these really terrible acts against their will because they're brainwashed. And this happened because back in the 80s, they had these cults who did these horrific acts. And so the only way they could explain it was that there's a cult leader who convinced these people to do these really terrible things. Now, what is missed about all this is brainwashing is actually a very powerful tool, especially if you are the puppet master. You see, we are constantly being bombarded by media every day, and what we don't realize is every day propaganda is hitting into our ears and making us do and feel and act in ways that we otherwise wouldn't if we weren't exposed to these messages. So by being the puppet master, you yourself can control your body to do things you otherwise wouldn't want to do. And so you can make yourself be more disciplined, to work out, to eat better, and work hard in your career, all these type of things. And this is why if you follow the basic playbook, it's really simple. And it starts off from one, isolation. You see, in cults, what they do is first isolate you and try to make sure that no one else is getting to you. And you can do the same thing by turning off mass media, turning off social media, video games, anything that can get into your ears, because it's all propaganda telling you to do something or feel a certain way. And advertisements are all kind of trying to get your attention. So that's why once you shut this thing off, you almost feel like the clouds are separating in the sky and you start to see the sun again. Because there's so much clouded messages hitting our brains every day through entertainment. Once you're isolated and you have finally peace and quiet, you can start to organize your brain and add things to it. After you're decluttered, then the next thing you do is you start to pour in information that you want to make sure that helps you get to where you want to get to. And so what I do is, I doing these sales cold drops into restaurants right now, and that's really difficult for me. And so what I've been doing is listening to motivation videos on YouTube. And I listen to these people over and over and over again. And you can find anyone you want. Just find someone that resonates with you, someone that has your same mission, somebody that really motivates you to do what you need to do every day. And these type of people are like, that's why it's really important to have heroes. You see, we need heroes because these are the people who have traversed your mission, who have gone on your journey, and they come looking back and they're saying, hey, listen, I did this and you can do it too. And this is the way I think. This is the way I approach situations. And this is the way I solve problems. And when you listen to their words over and over again, you start to think like them. You start to feel like them. You start to assess situations like them. And then eventually you even start to become them. And that's what brainwashing is. It's about reshaping your identity so you become a different person. You see, you need to let your old self die. You need to be a different person. You need to cultivate something that is much greater than who you are today in order to reach your goals. And that's why brainwashing is really important. It's about removing all the messaging that the mass media wants to put into your head and replacing it with the messaging you want to get you to where you can reach your goals and become the person you want to be.